Hi everyone, this is Orsi and I'm doing intuitive tarot reading for the zodiac sign of Gemini for April 2026. This is a general monthly reading and the structure is going to be for this reading that first of all, as you can see, I have two cards already pulled from the deck. This is going to show the overall energy for the month of April for the Gemini sign. The first card is this one, is going to show the theme of the energy for the month, and the second one, this one, is going to help us to see what supportive energy can be there. So let's see the first one. So I can see an infinity sign in here. As you can see that's the first thing comes out to me. Obviously, infinity sign is a very good sign for the Gemini for April. It's balancing, two hands are balancing coins. As you can see, different colors. The background color is greenish, bluish. It's a kind of balance, kind of grounding. It shows me. So it will be a kind of balancing energy. So the Gemini need to make sure that they are balancing in every areas of their life in April. So what does that mean? For example, work-life balance or finance, balancing it out, what they are spending, um, relationships, meetings, meeting up with friends. So you have to just make sure that you're balancing your energy well throughout the month. And the supportive energy of the month for the Gemini will be that you will need to just sit back a little bit and kind of reflect on your actions. And I mean by this to not to reflect what you have done, but how much energy you were spending on actions and how much energy you were spending on resting or other things in life. So make sure that you're not going to go over and overdoing, overwhelming yourself. So that's the other card's meaning. And if we bring it together and look at the energy for these two cards together in relationship with each other, I can see that they are really paired up with this balancing, reflecting, meditating energy. So you can see the energy around in here, and then you can see the infinity sign in here. They are quite similarly pictured as it is. So they are saying that balance is important in April for the Geminis. So just make sure that you don't forget how to say, just don't overdo things. Just to watch yourself. If you get tired, you need to shift your focus onto things where you can gain your energy back. So not just give out energy, but also gain energy back. So this kind of balance you need to keep for April. Right. Let's do the next one. The next one is gonna be a 6 card reading, and the very first one will be the love card. I'm just shuffling the cards, and here you go. That's the first one. Let's see the next one. The next one is going to be for career and finance. The next field, next area. And it's already shown. Here you go. The next area will be health and energy. There you go. Next card for personal growth. Here you go. And then one for challenges. Interesting. And then one for blessings. I already know what this one means. I already got the message. Here you go. Um, that will be for blessings. Okay, let's have a look. Very interesting. So let's go with the first card. First card is the love area for the Geminis. So as you can see, the first thing I can see and comes to my mind is balance. So you need to find the balance between your love life and the rest of your life. It is very important. Um, very much the colors, they are all really kind of brownish, greenish. They are all earth colors, most of it, even in this pentacle. You need to be realistic and try to keep yourself on the ground. I can feel this peace. So this person in here is very well balancing, very stable. It doesn't really bother her that she's standing only on one leg and then holding this quite large coin. So basically, what I feel from this card is that is this balancing. It's kind of effortless. It doesn't really take a lot of time or a lot of effort to keep it. It needs to be, I think, some more attention. That's how I feel it. Then kind of effort. You can do it really well if you are willing to. So that's what it says to me. The second card was pulled for career and finance. Well, we do see a little bit of action in here. So the first thing it comes to me is this kind of chaotic part where there is a group of people, but they don't seem to work together really well because they're all doing something else. And there are these um, wooden pieces, I would say, in the way. So they tried to use them to climb on it to reach the flame, but it's more look like an obstacle rather than a help. So what I can see from here regarding your career and finance in April, that it will be a little bit chaotic and you will need some teamwork. When I say teamwork, it can be at work with colleagues, it can be within the family, with family members or friends, friendship. So you will need some kind of support from people around you with your career or finance um, in April. So don't, maybe you just need to ask for advice before you make a decision from people who you trust or you think that they can give you a better insight regarding the situation before you make a final decision, because catching fire is not really a safe thing. And that's what they are doing, and that's why they are fighting each other to be the one who can catch it. But obviously catching fire is not really a safe thing as it is. So that would be for the career and finance for Gemini. So the next one would be health and energy. These are happy ladies dancing around. So there must be some music and some movement in here. They're enjoying themselves. They really feel free to move around, and they are not. They are just happy. They look happy in here. And then in the background again, it's like looks like a circus stand, which again entertainment. People go there to enjoy themselves, to see things which is not really, which is like help them to switch off their brain from the day-to-day problems. So health and energy wise, you will be energetic, and I encourage you to do things which you like to a little bit more often in April than you usually do, because that will help your energy to be replaced or increased, and it will be good for your health as well. The next one is about personal growth. So what we see here, water theme. Water is, for me, is a mystical thing, because the water is liquid, but it's flowing all the time. It can reach teeny tiny places where other things cannot go in. It can penetrate into the soil, between rocks, and when the sun or the moon shines on it, it becomes like beautiful, like diamond shining on the surface. As you can see, there are two animals in here. I think so they are wolf, I would think. Um, one white and one black, and they are facing the moon, and they are howling at the moon. And here is a lady from under the surface of the water, looking up the moon as well, as you can see. So, what it says to me as a personal growth, what feelings I'm getting is that you need to deepen, going deep into inside yourself, and just really think about who you are, who you really are. April will be a very good month for you to just sit down and reflect. Well, what have you done so far? Where you are heading? What purpose you have? What goals you want to achieve? What plans you want to put in place? So that's kind of, for me, it's kind of reflection where you are at the moment, where you want to be, and what you need to do to achieve it. So the next card is going to be about challenges. And this one is, I told you earlier that I already had the message as soon as I put it down on the table. What it says to me, it's time to close things down and start new things. This is the new beginning for me. The red color in here, it shows like a person in a cloak kind of thing with a hood on it to me. This color is for me is like passion, but not just like romantic passion, but is passion about life itself, about wanting to do things, about wanting to see results. And here in the face part, you can see a beautiful scenery of the sky with this star, with this really shining star. And then you have the nature, the forest underneath. And it's just showing that you can reach anything up to the sky if you want to, if you are passionate enough to go for it, or make that decision, or stop something, or finish something, or close something. So that's for your challenge, and it can be frightening, but we will go through all the cards in a minute, and it will make sense actually. So the last card is about advice. So what do we see? We see a girl, which she is quite interesting, because as you can see, half of the face is like a human face, and the other face is like a cat or lioness, something like that. Lioness, I would say. And then interestingly, she has a little lamb on her lap. So the lion and the lamb is quite interesting to come if you know, is the wilderness and the tameness in one picture. That's what it says to me. So we all have polarities. Obviously, we can be good, we can be bad, and we can be loving, and we can be unloving. So it's all polarity in us, and we have to embrace that we have the light and we have the darkness in us. And sometimes the light come forward and sometimes the darkness, but it doesn't actually mean that it's bad if the darkness comes. Sometimes the darkness needs to come forward and needs to make you realize who you are, and you need to embrace um, this doubleness in your personality. And just I just got this feeling that what this card wants to say um, to you, Geminis, that you should not act on how other people see you, and you should not pay too much attention what other people want you to be. You should pay attention who you really are and what you want to be, and take others' opinion, but not take it as you must be that person. Just take it, thank for it, and then just say, okay, I respect your opinion, but this is who I am and this is who I want to be. That's what it says. So now, if we look at all the cards together and look at the energy, so you are balancing between who you are, who people think you are, and who you want to be. And it's kind of familiar to you. So it doesn't make you uncomfortable. But I think so. This is a kind of routine for you. And you should really think about it, what you want to be and how you want to be. And then to make decisions to change things in your life, you might be better off in April if you are asking people close to you or trustworthy people to give you advice so you can make a better decision. And then keeping balance with your duties and with your resting time to keep your energy up. And then you reflect on what you want to be, what you want to do, how you want to do things. And then you can close things, you can start things, you can let things go, or invite new things in your life. And then you will be in balance with your light and your dark side. And that's, as you can see, this one and this one is all about balance. It comes around in a cycle. It leads back to here. So that's the energy for these cards and this reading. And then I just have one more card reading for you. So I'm going to pull two cards for this one. Here you go, first one. That will be for to embrace. And the next one is, if it falls out, oops, here you go. What to release now? Interesting cards again. So here you go. What to embrace? Bravery. That's the first word comes to me when I'm looking at this picture. There is a man with a torch, and there is a nice big lion at the back. And there is nothing around, so it doesn't look like that there are buildings around here. It looks like a desert kind of thing. However, he has a torch, which obviously the fire can be used to keep away the lion, but the man is showing his back. That means the man doesn't think that this lion is going to attack him. He feels safe. He stands very quietly and very firmly, holding that torch. And the lion keeps a distance, a kind of respect. So for April, for the Geminis, you should embrace yourself that you are calm and you are brave. And people around you will respect you for that. And the other card is what to release. The first word comes to me when I'm looking at this card is greed. Is this woman is kind of like collecting these coins from the tree. And this one is, let me just bring it closer. There is a bird entangled because these coins, they are like hanged by a thread from above, and this bird seems to be entangled in this one of the threads. So even though this woman is paying attention to the actual coin rather than helping the bird to get out of it, she is focusing on collecting these coins. So, and she's quite happy not paying attention to the bird who is in trouble. And she seemed to focus only on what she wants. So, what you should avoid is to pay attention only for your own needs. You should look around and just try to see if somebody else needs help and then offer it to them. So you should avoid being really selfish or greedy. So looking at the two cards together, the energy which comes to me is that stay firm on the ground, don't be afraid, be brave and show who you are, but also looking out for others as well during April. So that was the reading for you, Geminis. I hope you enjoyed it, and just remember that you are the one in control for your life, and your choices should be made on that way where you are aligned with your wish. So make choices that align with you. Thank you again for watching me, and see you next time. Bye bye.